We've got the shop a bit more organized now. Got some shelving and that kind of thing. Got the engine here, all our parts being inspected. The bore, very clean. Now there is some piston skirts, ridges at the bottom, but nothing too extreme. Probably could get away. It wasn't smoking any oil, so I could get away maybe with new rings, but only for the ride to the show if that's the case. We'll find out. And the head, the carbon to be cleaned, and the new head ready to be polished, but already ported. I'm not sure if I can get this on the camera, but the inlet's been pretty well debumped. A little bit of finishing still. Not into a complete mirror finish. The ridging and all the scratches that you see in there is not going to affect the turbulence too much. It's all in the direction of flow. And then you can see, hopefully you can see a little bit of the debumping in there with around the guide, so that there's more of an open hole leading to the valve rather than a D-shaped hole, which is a stock BSA. We'll replace the guide on the exhaust side on this as well. If we put this head on, probably might still use this head, I'm not sure yet. I'd like to show you the differences in these heads. Both 441, both square barrel. And you can see here I've got my driver's license. I always put that in the engine. I got some writing in here as well to identify it. This has a good finish from the casting afterwards. This one has these striations of casting here. Not sure what that would be from in the casting process, but if we look at the numbers on this head, 41785 I would guess, and a very, very scratched up or bad PBM on this side. Now, if we look at the head that was on the bike, we can see that it's finished better. And on the side with the writing, we have PBM 41785 actually in the casting here, nice and neat. On this engine cylinder head, there's very rough casting in here, as if it was almost the first production run prior to having the mold made for the new head, which is this one here, for the 69. This is a stock 69 head. So I'm not sure what I have here, but I'll check it out and see if it is an early version. You can see here the shape of this inlet looks like it was a preliminary casting because it's so sharply cut as compared to the stock 69, which has been rounded at the bottom and the top. So we might be looking at some kind of factory. I wouldn't want to say that that means it's any good. It probably might be even defective. But a factory head, this one, versus the finished for sale export head, which was rounded and finished off nice and neat. So I've ported and polished this one, so we might just go ahead and use it and see if it is a functional head or not. Geometry and stuff that they had worked out earlier hopefully is the same as the one that I had on the bike. Okay, and we're going to take a look at the bike now. We've got the carb all complete still, oil lines, oil tank full. No need to drain the oil with the frame. Removal of the rocker box and cylinder head. It's a big bonus. And we're going to take off the tailpiece today and start prepping that for paint, since we're going to be waiting for a piston. And we're going to fix the tail light mount as well. This whole tailpiece on this bike is attached by 3 wires, which are just under the seat here. and which I can pull out and unattach here, so that once I have those off, there's two 7/16 bolts across the straight member here, and a fender attachment in the plastic on the bottom. So I'll take apart the fender attachment here, and then I'll be able to lift the whole seat off and start stripping this inside, restructure it, maybe reinforce it a bit. Still very, very strong, so I'll second layer Kevlar on this is already here, so I'll just finish it down, take all the stickers off, and we'll go with the new decal format for that. Aluminum fender's holding up great, not cracking at all. Totally sturdy. And that's with the one less fork brace. We don't have the center brace now. I'm not noticing any twisting problems in the front end from that. And that's about it. I'll just solve this problem.